Dear friends, how many years you want to live in this world? Or rather, how many years we live in this world? What do you say? How many years? 60? 70? 80? Let me take the larger one. Say we live in this world for 80 years. How many hours a day you sleep? 10 hours? 8 hours? Let me take the smallest number you said. 6 hours. 6 hours. 6 hours means 1/4 of that day, right? That means we sleep for 20 years in our life. 1/4. How many years or how many hours a day you spend for routine activities? Brushing your teeth, taking a bath, breakfast, lunch, dinner, cooking, washing, cleaning, routine activities. How many hours a day you take? 6 hours? Too long? Suppose you take 2.5 hours, at least the minimum, right? If you take 2.5 hours a day to do routine activities, in total, 8 years in our life, we spend for routine activities. 1/10 of the entire life. How many hours a day you spend for travel? Waiting for your bus or your cab and being in traffic, walking to the final destination, walking back to your way. 1 hour? Someday we travel less, someday we travel more, right? But on an average, we spend nearly 6 years in our life to travel. Media and entertainment. WhatsApp, Facebook, serials, movies, cricket, games. More number of hours, right? Again, another 6 years in our life we spend for media and entertainment. And now, visits. Marriage, reception, visiting friend's house, parents' house, relatives' house, hospital visits. So visits, we spent another 3 years in our life. How many hours in your life normally a human being spend for their professional activities? In school, later in college, and in office. Normally. Even if we take the socialistic principle of working, 8 hours work, 8 hours leisure, and 8 hours sleep. So, 1/3 of the day we are spending for professional activities. In total, 27 years we spend for professional activities in our life. 10 years at your disposal. You can spend for anything you want to spend. But this is how we spent our life. Which is the one single segment we spend maximum number of years for? Which is that? Profession. I'm just parking it over there. Now I have another question. Why you live in this world? Or what for we live in this world? Why? For what we live in this world? What do you want to get? Happiness? What more? Satisfaction? What more? Success? So once you become success, what do you get? Again, happiness? Satisfaction? Right? See, there are 3 major concepts about life. The Freudian school of thought says we live in this world in pleasure in life, happiness in life. Whereas the Adlerian school of thought says we live in this world to attain power in life. We want to study more because we want to get into a better job. Why better job? Better job will take you and connect you to larger people. People on the top strata of the society. And that will make you more powerful. That is why we want to do all this. But the third one, the third Viennese school of thought is a very influential one by Dr. Viktor E. Frankl. Where Frankl says, the ultimate aim of a human being to live in this world is to attain a purpose in life, meaning in life. So he is the proponent of the concept logotherapy. And he says we do all these things in this world to attain a purpose or ultimately meaning. At the end of the life from deathbed, when we look back, we should feel fulfilled. That's what the purpose, the meaning in life. How many of us are very sure that we are trying to achieve that meaning or that purpose with life? It's not only because Frankel's, there is another reason. A couple of months back, some months back, the managing director of one of the largest luxury car manufacturing companies said, the traditional car makers are no more our competitors, but we are going to compete with Google, Facebook, Amazon. How Google, Facebook, and Amazon is going to be a competitor to a luxury car manufacturing company. Why? Any reason? There is a reason. Google, Facebook, Amazon, they're investing too much of money, effort, and for developing. Driverless cars will be the reality very soon. And when driverless cars are in the market on the roads, what will be the future of millions of people who are engaged as drivers? And when driverless cars are there won't be much of the accidents. And what the insurance agents will do, what the traditional car manufacturing people will do, what the people who are currently working in the shop floor will do. And that's why, and that's how I define the age of unknown, because we don't know what they will do. Tricorder Prize competition, which was launched in 2012, motivated the technobiologists to develop an instrument, a machine with which we can diagnose diseases by analyzing the biomarkers. And it was a huge success. A small device analyzing 50 plus biomarkers and help us to diagnose, self-diagnose the diseases. What will be the future of doctors who are just taking the blood results, CT scan, X-ray, analyze it and come up with an observation, come up with a diagnosis? The machine can easily do this. What the laboratory technicians, the doctors, the nurses will do in future. The age of unknown is going to come. I was in Mumbai some months back addressing a group of lawyers, and I just threw a question. Do you think that the changes happening in the industry around will affect your profession? And they said, no, we are totally insulated. How the technology is going to affect lawyers? IBM Watson, a very sophisticated, powerful system developed by IBM. You just give a legal query, and the system will take the query to millions of papers of legal literature and give you the data and give you the solution for that legal query. Majority of the junior lawyers are working in legal research. What will be the future of such people? And what will be the future of lawyers? Because the clients will be approaching lawyers with a solution given from the IBM Watson system. What will be the future of lawyers? The age of unknown. Teachers, now they share information within our classes. They give us tests, assignments, and give us grades. But Khan Academy, Coursera, edX, Udemy, evolutionary changes are happening in this, in the realm of learning and development. So the system of learning and development is changing, drastically changing. The traditional teachers who are not changing according to this, what they will do in future. Basic coding in software industry is already automated. So that is why we call the world is becoming more and more VUCA in nature. Or the world is becoming more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. We are not able to predict what is going to happen even after one day. Because we know once Orkut was a pioneer in social networking, owned by Google. But in a fine morning, Facebook came. A 19-year-old boy, without much bank balance, without a business history, changed the context, the scenario of social networking. Even the pioneer in technology industry, Google, cannot sustain. They could not overcome Facebook. So that is why we call the world is becoming more and more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. The way we approach professions, the way we approach life, and where we experience all the aspects of the world is changing nowadays. What we will do, and in future, say after 25 years, if you're not going to be a driver, if you're not going to be a teacher, if you're not going to be a lawyer, if you're not going to be a doctor, if you're not going to be an engineer, what you will do? What will be the relevance of human beings in future? What will be the relevance of mankind in future? What do you think? What will be your relevance in future? It's not only in the professional scenario. Virtual reality and sex dolls are even changing the way people are experiencing bedrooms. The age of unknown. How we will cope up with it. If you want to cope up with it, it is very important to be maximum human. That is the only way to do this. Be maximum human. A machine can be analytical but cannot be intuitive. A machine can protect you but cannot love you or care you. It cannot be emotional. It cannot be empathetic. It cannot establish a heart-to-heart bonding among people. So only if we are becoming more and more human-oriented, we can survive. But there we have to identify a how. Because that how is important. How to survive. How to survive this VUCA. And how to keep us relevant in this VUCA world. Don't you think that it is important? Have you thought about this before? What will be the relevance of human being in your domain after 25 years? There comes the importance of the point Friedrich Nietzsche said. Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live can bear with any how in his life. He who has a why, and that why is the purpose. That why is the meaning. If we have that why to live, the purpose to live, we can bear with any how in the life. But here comes a question. 27 years, as we said before, we are spending in profession. If we are not able to identify, if we are not able to figure out a meaning in what we do during our profession, a purpose in what we do during our profession, a why to do what we do, can we extend this to other part of our life? Can we? If you don't have a purpose or meaning or why to do what we do during our profession, that is 27 years, can we establish the same or can we extend the same to other parts of our life? Because the rest 20 years we are sleeping. Other years we are traveling. Or we are into routine activities. Or we are into visits. So what is the core of life? Those 27 years. But how we see profession? We see profession as a meaning of life. Don't you think that it is high time to redefine that? Don't you think it is high time to redraft it? To refigure it? See, whatever we all are doing in our life, as a part of our profession, is not only the means of life, but that is life itself. There we should see a purpose or a why or a reason to do what we do. Once we have it in profession, we can extend it to other part of our life. And once we have that how, the why, once we have that why, the how we will figure out. The how to overcome the VUCA. The how to survive in the VUCA. The how to keep us relevant in the VUCA. And so I would say, my dear friends, the very important human strategy, the most powerful human strategy, the most relevant human strategy in the world to keep us survive, to keep us relevant in this world is to have a strong purpose to do what you do. You would be doctors, engineers, technicians, nurses, teachers, drivers, cleaners, different professions, speakers, different professions. But look into yourself. Do you have a strong purpose to do what you do? Focus on the purpose, enlarge the purpose, establish the purpose, and ground your activities on that purpose. Then whatever happens in the world, we will overcome it. Because this is the most powerful strategy a human being can keep very closer to his heart. So have a strong purpose to do what you do, because purpose should be the mantra, the best human strategy. Thank you very much. Thank you.